Hello, welcome back. Oh my god. I might actually get this video up at a reasonable time. Unlike last week's video that went up when this week's video should have been being filmed. Whoops. It's fine. It's fine. I am thinking that maybe I should film a couple of covers so that on weeks where I am running behind and not able to film, maybe I can just do a cover instead. I don't know. Clearly not very organized at the moment. It's fine. Everything's fine. Here's today's outfit. I redid my hair last week. It's great. And it's and swooping season is finally over, so I can wear red and black again, and now I'm going a bit too into it. I've done red and black the last 2 times I've left the house, but I love my red and black combo, and I have been really wanting to wear red and black for a while, but I couldn't do it because swooping season, and I know the magpies near me are friendly, but I didn't want to encounter anywhere else where they might not be. Not that I go anywhere else, but I figured I'm better off being safe and just not wearing red during swooping season, so here we are, finally doing it again, and yes, obviously I am obsessed with these shoes. I've wanted them since I was about 9, and then when I missed the first drop, I was devastated, absolutely fucking devastated, and then I had a friend who worked in a shoe store, and they were like, oh, we're still not getting them in store, but we can order them in through our website, but we were too late realizing that, so they sold out there too. And then they announced that they were going to be doing a second drop, and I was like, oh my god. And then I missed that one as well, because I had an appointment that day, and I wasn't home, and obviously, I'm not home, I can't do the thing. And they didn't give us warning that time either, they just did it. So I missed that too, but I remembered that this other store releases them on their website, so I kept it open and I just kept refreshing it every day until it came up, and then it came up and I just jumped on that, and now I have them! And then they arrived and I was like, I've been excited about these for months, and I'm just not sure if I'm actually as into them as I thought I would be. They're slightly taller than I thought they would be. So the first day I had them, I was like, I'm really worried that I was all excited about these for nothing, but then I've worn them a couple of times, and I don't know, the first time I wore them I was like, you know what, no, that's it, I am obsessed. I am never taking them off. And now I wear them a lot. Well, I can't wear them if I'm wearing jeans, obviously, but it's gonna do great during summer because, you know, maybe I will have to, maybe I won't have to wear jeans during summer for once. That'll be fun. You know what else I finally did that I've been wanting to do for years? Finally went to an emo club night. Finally got to go to one, and it was shit. It was so bad. There are 2 different groups. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but that's what I'm using. There are 2 different groups in Australia that do emo club nights. There's Emo Night, obviously, and then there's Taking Back Saturday. Most of the time, they only do events in, you know, the big cities, like the big 5, or however, I don't know. Yeah, it's mostly in the same few cities, like really big cities. But then, like, once a year, they go and do some smaller towns. And the first time I heard about it was 2021, and I signed up, and then it got cancelled. Devastated. And then 2022, I didn't see it advertised anywhere, and then 2023, I had no one to go with, and then this year, I finally managed it. I convinced my friend, who is not into the emo stuff at all. I just remembered I have a microphone. awful. You're probably hearing all this fucking background noise. I don't know. I'm not getting it now. Too late. It's too late. It's too late. Oh, that was bad. Anyway, I saw it happening and I messaged my friend, not expecting that they would agree to go, but they agreed to go. A friend who is not emo at all. But they like to dance, so they were like, yeah, we'll go, fuck yeah, let's go. And we went, and what the fuck was that? We'd considered leaving a few times. We were like, you know, if we're not having fun, maybe we should go. But no, let's stick it out and see what happens. And then we ended up leaving about 40 minutes early, 45 minutes early, almost an hour early. Because what the fuck? So they advertise it, and they're like, here is this list of bands, we're gonna be playing these sorts of bands and all this kind of stuff, we're gonna play all these bands and more. And sometimes they'll even drop like a thing being like, oh yeah, we'll do this kind of stuff during this time frame and this during this time frame. I don't know if this one actually did that, because I can't find evidence of it, but it definitely had, you know, these are all the bands we're gonna play all these and more. And considering the bands that were listed on there and how popular the bigger events are and the way they advertised it, I figured it would be good. Also, it's a ticketed event, so you expect them to do what they're saying they're gonna do, right? Right? So the list of bands that they advertised it with was this huge list of bands. It was mostly from 2000s and early 2010s, with a range of pop-punk, post-hardcore, pop rock, punk rock, electro-pop, electroniccore, and metalcore. That kind of stuff. The good shit. And it looked really cool. But despite saying they're gonna play all these bands and more, they only played a few of them, and they only played the really popular mainstream songs, like the ones used in Disney soundtracks and played on the radio, and the ones that make it into the Hottest 100, the ones that are played in the plaza, and you get where I'm going with this, like the really popular ones that actually ended up making it into mainstream view. Not the ones that are actually popular in the scene or really considered emo or anything like that. On top of that, most of what they played was pop punk, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I am huge on pop punk. It is one of my top 2 genres. But you can't advertise an emo night and only play pop punk. They played more Nirvana songs than any core genres combined. And which, again, I love Nirvana, but not at emo night. They're not emo. Out of the bands on that list, they played the least emo songs by those bands. Like, the ones that blew up after the bands got popular and changed their genres and became more mainstream. Like, Paramore, they played Still Into You, which I'm not saying it's a bad song, but if you're gonna play Paramore at an emo night, pick a better song. Like, I mean, they could have gone worse. They could have played New Paramore. But they picked the songs by these bands that least represent those bands. The song that doesn't sound like anything else that band has done. Like, out of that band's entire discography, that one song doesn't sound like any of the rest of it. That's what they were doing. Half the bands that were on this list didn't get played at all, and a lot of the ones that did only had, like, their most popular, most mainstream song played. The closest they came to breaking this was the fact that they played multiple songs by Taking Back Sunday, which I figure is likely only a nod to their name being a reference to Taking Back Sunday. Also, I thought it was funny because we went to this event on a Friday. So on a Friday, we went to Taking Back Saturday, which is not just Taking Back Sunday. We did the whole weekend in one night. I just wanna break you down so badly. I trip over everything you say. I just wanna break you down so badly in the worst way. Also, just some really random stuff got played. They played Since You've Been Gone, and completely missed the opportunity to play the much loved A Day to Remember cover, which would have been relevant, but no, let's play the Kelly Clarkson version. I don't know, it was just really bad, and not at all what they'd advertised it to be, which is really gross for a ticketed event. People have paid to be here because you've said it's going to be this sort of thing, and then you've done something that's like a very half-assed version of that. If we were kind of bored and honestly went into the main pub area a few times to watch the karaoke, because even people who can't sing were more interesting than the actual event, because at least those people were being themselves and having fun. We talked about maybe leaving early a couple of times, but wanted to stick it out in hopes it would get better, and it just kept getting worse. Then we ended up leaving about an hour early because it took a downhill turn from the already terrible state it was in. Like, you know, this is where it was, and it was pretty bad, and we didn't really expect it could get much worse, but then they really, really fucked it up. Like, I'm sorry, how do you get worse than this? I don't know. I mean, we did have a little bit of fun, but I feel like we had maybe 5 minutes of fun for every hour we were there, and we were there for 5 hours. We were there for 5 hours, and we were fucking bored. We spent most of it sitting down in the corner. Like, I'm sorry, what? They also played Nickelback. Like, okay, I can put up with non-emo alt-rock here and there, and I can put up with the fact that they played Nirvana, because Nirvana is pretty freaking great, and I can put up with the fact that they're mostly only playing really mainstream songs, because I guess they want to cater to the masses, but again, don't advertise it as something it's not. And I can put up with the fact that they're playing Nickelback. Like, I can deal with them playing non-emo alt-rock here and there. But I draw the line at fucking Wonderwall. That's where we left. That's where we left, because towards the end they played an MGK song. Then they played frickin' Wonderwall, and at that point I stopped, and I just turned and I just walked out. I didn't even say anything to my friend. Wonderwall came on and I was like, nope, and walked out, and my friend just followed me. And then we got out there, I was like, I'm sorry, but no. I draw the line at Wonderwall. I draw the fucking line at Wonderwall. That's where we walked out. I heard that and said nope, and just walked the fuck out of there. And we didn't go all the way out. We stood in the hallway so my friend could call their dad to come pick us up. And while we sat in the hallway, they played Ghostbusters. It's emo night and you're playing 80s music, and don't get me wrong, again, I love 80s music, but it's not fucking emo. What are you doing? And they used the same transition on almost every song, and it was terrible. You know those things that they have on TV in American sinks, the things where like they put stuff in the sink and then the sink like eats it and it makes that really angry regurgitating noise. The sink makes this really angry metallic kind of noise. That's what the transitions sounded like between almost every freaking song. I wanted to scream, and not in like the good, we're having fun, this is awesome, let's lose our shit kind of scream, but the whole, what the fuck is happening, I'm gonna claw my eyes out kind of scream, you know? It was terrible. Like, bro, either learn to transition properly or don't fucking do it. No one wants to hear this. It sounds like arse. Anyway, in short, Taking Back Saturday is a fucking scam, and it's pathetic, and fuck you. I was really excited for my first emo club night, because I'm sick of going out and I'm only playing shit. And I'm also, like, don't get me wrong, 2000s pop music is okay, it slaps, but no! No. I'm sick of it, I want them to play decent music. I don't know, I just really wanted to go out and playing decent music, like music I actually genuinely like and enjoy, and stuff that we can fucking dance to. And it was advertised as something, and then it wasn't that at all, and it was just, don't scam people, you pathetic motherfuckers. Don't do it. Anyway, that's it. That's all this is. I just wanted to talk about that and be like, hey, here's an update. This is what we did, and it sucks. And if you want to go out, save your money for something better, because Taking Back Saturday is a fucking scam. And I hope they have decent emo club nights where you are, and I hope you get to go to one, and yeah, I hope that if you, I don't know, go do something fun, and fuck people who advertise things as one thing just to get your money. Bye.